everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a Copic illustration. Well, a Copic and pencil illustration actually. I decided I wanted to do a dragon similar to the one that I had drawn for my Inktober. I can't remember which day it was, but I know the prompt was cloud, so you can probably go through that and find that if you can't remember. But yeah, I wanted to do that kind of like oriental, like snaky kind of dragon, but I didn't want it just the dragon. So I decided to put the dragon in the background and have a girl, because obviously I always draw girls. But yeah, I don't know, the idea kind of just came to me really randomly. I thought, you know, this would look cool. So yeah, as you can see, I have already sketched it up and I am inking it onto a piece of X-Pressit blending card. Now I'm using my wine-coloured multi-liners for her hair, and I also used a blue pencil for the dragon. Now I did this because I don't have a blue multi-liner, so I'm just using pencil. But that's okay. I don't know, sometimes I like to line my pieces in colour because it just gives it a little bit of a different feel. And I wanted this artwork to have a sort of whimsical feel to it. So yeah, here I am colouring in her skin first, and then I decided to colour in her eyes yellow. Now I did this because I wanted them to stand out, and yellow stands out a lot with purple. As you can see, she has purple hair. And yeah, no, I just kind of wanted to give it a bit of a magical, whimsical feel to it. So obviously yellow eyes aren't a real thing in the real world, but when you see a character have yellow eyes, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like animalistic or magical, some kind of thing, I don't know. But yeah, now I'm colouring in the hair, and I am not 100% happy with this hair. I wanted it purple, but I still wanted it a little bit different to my Soaring in the Skies artwork, where she had sort of flowing curly purple hair. So I used a couple different markers to shade this one. But I don't know, I'm not 100% happy because, I don't know, I just don't like the way those colours interact with each other. But that's alright because, you know, not everything has to be perfect. But yeah, now on to my favourite part of the illustration, the dragon. And I don't know, I just really like this dragon, because I don't know, I never really draw these types. I usually draw the typical Western style dragon with the 4 legs and the wings, but this one's kind of like magical. But yeah, I don't know, I started off using some random like blue-green colours for the base colour, and then I went in with a very dark green, as you can see, and a dark blue, to sort of give it a lot of depth and shadow. And yeah, at first it looked pretty dodgy. As you can see, like I didn't really pay attention to the blending a whole lot, because I planned to do a whole lot of layers for this, and I really did. I don't know, I just kept layering the colours over, and then I actually started using my pencils as well. And yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like added lots of textures onto it. Later you can see me shading it with the pencils, and yeah, it kind of like went through that like awkward in-between stage some artworks do, where it like, I don't know, it looks weird and like not good at first, but you just keep working on it and then it starts to look better at the end. It's really interesting how some artworks do that, but that's usually why I like to persist with an artwork, to see if I can get it at that good end stage. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the way the dragon turned out. I think it's pretty mystical and like kind of cool looking, I don't know. But yeah, this artwork actually surprised me a little bit, because I don't know, I wanted to try something different. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did here. This was kind of a big experimentation artwork, if you can say. I am so glad that Inktober's over and I can finally get back to trying new things and like doing colored illustrations. You don't know how happy I am to be drawing in color now. Now, as I said before, I wanted to try new things in this artwork, so that's what I did. I wanted to do a sort of galaxy style background, but I decided to go about it in a different way to how I usually do galaxies. So I actually colored the whole background black, and I did this because I wanted to try and see if I could go over the top of the black with my pencils to make the glowy, galaxy effect. And I was a little bit surprised. It didn't turn out exactly how I planned, but it did work pretty nicely. I'm guessing it would work better if I had used my mixed media paper, which actually has a bit more of a tooth. My X-Pressit blending card is very smooth, which is amazing for markers, but I really should have used the mixed media paper for this one because it would have worked a little bit better with the pencils. However, I still think it worked pretty nicely. So yeah, after I colored in the whole background, I decided to go over the hair actually with my colored pencils, just to try and, give it a little bit more texture, but try and bridge the gap between those two separate colors a little bit. And I think it worked a bit, but I don't know. I also actually added some pencil in to add some more strands of hair flowing around, as you can see. Now for that galaxy pattern. Yeah, I'm actually fairly surprised with that. I added a few different colors. I added some like bluey greens and some purples, and later some reds. And now for some of the colors, just one color wasn't enough, so I did add a little bit of white in the mix, and I tried to blend it so that the light came from like a center point, I guess. And yeah, no, I'm actually fairly surprised and happy with this. I think it turned out nicely, and I think it looks fairly decent. If I was going to do this again, I'm not sure if I would do it this way, but it's good to try new things with art. It definitely is. Now, after I did all of that, I decided to go over with my gel pen to add lots of little stars, because galaxies need stars, don't they? That's kind of like the main part. And after that, I decided to use a bit of my white acrylic paint to do that splattery star effect, which I don't do a lot. And yeah, it kind of gives it a random, speckly star effect that you can't get just doing it yourself. And yeah, it was fairly nice. After I did that, I just went over the hair again, just with my white pencil, just to give it a little bit more highlights here and there, because I wanted the hair to look more shiny. And yeah, no, I do like the hair, I do like the character. I think her hair makes her remind me a little bit of Jessie from Pokemon, but we're not going to speak about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this illustration. Let me know below what you think, and yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!